Hello, it's very early in the morning. Not really, it's like 8 o'clock. Before I get started, I need to tell you guys about cold brew coffee, okay? Listen, when I find something that I really like, I have to share it with you guys because this was so easy and I feel like my life has changed now. I found a recipe online for cold brew coffee and I literally just use a mason jar and coffee grounds, and it is the easiest thing in the world. It makes like a coffee concentrate and then you just like pour it and mix your drink in the morning, and like one batch makes a buttload of it. And if you're a coffee drinker and you haven't looked into making your own cold brew coffee, oh my god, life changed. Anyway, welcome to an airplane flying overhead. No, welcome to Boxy Day. Hello. Opening the box from the side to piss everybody off like I do. Ooh, I feel like I'm really gonna like this. Hello, this is an Ofra long-lasting liquid lipstick in the shade Monaco. It's like shimmery though. Like on my skin, it almost looks like it swatched a little reddish orange, but in the bottle it looks pink. I don't know. I'm really interested to see what this is gonna look like on my face, because you know how I feel about things that aren't like pink. If it's like orange or red, I'm like, get out of here. Ooh, next in here, this is a brush set by Moda. It looks like a powder and soft glow brush, so like a highlighting brush. Cool. This highlight brush looks crazy. Look at how long it is. I don't know how I feel about this actually. It just seems too long, like the bristles are too long. This powder brush seems really nice though. Oh no! That's what I get for opening the box on the side. You all tried to warn me. What in the hell is this? Liquid eyeshadow? Ooh, it's very golden. By Appeal? Never heard of it. Wow, that's glittery. Although I feel like if you really want it to be like this color, you're gonna have to build that shit up, honey. It's kind of sheer at first. Next in here, this is the Wander Beauty Lift Off Purifying and Brightening Peel Off Mask. Ugh. Okay. I don't think this came in everyone's BoxyCharm, did it? Let me know in the comments below. I checked the spoilers like weeks ago and I don't really remember, but I feel like this is one of the ones that was not in everyone's box, and I was like, God, I hope I don't get that. I just don't like peel off masks. But you know what, since I'm sitting here with no makeup on, might as well do it, right? Oh, it smells really good though. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I don't like the idea of ripping off like peach fuzz, and it hurts really bad and I just don't like it. But damn, and I feel like you always have to put like a really thick layer on, because if you don't, it comes off in pieces and then it's just an issue. Oh my god, I love the way it smells. And it's probably the prettiest peel off mask I've ever had. Not that that matters really. And I have so many baby hairs that like these masks, they always, no matter what, like my baby hairs always get stuck to them. And that shit hurts. Good thing I don't have eyebrows. Okay, so you're supposed to wait 10 to 15 minutes for this to completely dry. Let's look at our last product here, and then I'll get into other crap. Oh, I already got the peel off mask on it. All right, this is, looks like a palette by Cover Effect. Perfect Your Face palette. Ooh. I know this is one that everyone got, but there were two variations of it, one for darker skin and one for lighter skin. So these are supposed to be highlighters and brightener. What's the difference between a highlighter and a brightener, honey? As gorgeous as this looks, I feel like this is too dark for my skin tone. Maybe, but fuck, that's pretty. Damn, that's pretty, honey! And here's the other highlight. That one's a little more of a softer, like natural glow, but it's still pretty nonetheless. Now this brightener, man, that's pretty too. It almost, like, you can't really tell on camera, but it almost has like a duochrome, like it looks like it's gonna be white in the pan, but it actually has like a pinkish, purplish hue going on. It's very, very pretty. Finishing powder. It has like a little bit of a shine to it. You know what I'm gonna do, because this stuff needs to dry anyway. Usually we would go over this at the end, but I wanna see how much everything's worth, but also maybe some of this might explain a few things to me. First of all, $45 for this. A little expensive, but there's a lot in here that I feel like I can do with. 6 must-have complexion essentials in one travel-friendly palette. I'm sorry, one of my cats found a plastic bag. If you hear that in the background, I just don't know what to tell you. While I would normally say finishing powder is an essential to a makeup routine, I've never seen one in a palette like this, especially one that has sparkles in it. Also, I don't know the difference between brightener, and how can you say that there are 6 essential things when 2 of them are highlighters and 1's a brightener. One would argue that they should all be considered one thing. I just think that's a little misleading. I guess it just depends on the way you look at it. So this Lift Off Purifying Mask goes for $34. I feel like I used a lot of this too to get it on my face. Do I just have a big face? I don't know. Probably not. Maybe I used too much, but I am too scared to put a peel off mask on my face without like layering it up. Because if you've ever used one of these, it hurts like hell if you have to pick off the little tiny pieces. I like to get it off in just one swift go. So it contains acai, goji berry, blueberry, lychee, mangosteen, and green tea leaf extracts. Instantly purifies and replenishes dull skin. Excess oil and impurities are drawn out and absorbed by some kind of clay. It says it peels off effortlessly, revealing a smoother, clearer, and brighter complexion. We will see about that. Honey, $34. I would not spend $34 on a peel off mask. No way. These brushes, just these 2, $30. That's a lot. Especially like, I'm already telling you right now, I really don't think I'm gonna like this brush. I feel like it's unnecessarily long. Do they look nice? Yes. Do they look pretty? Yes. Do they feel nice to hold? Yes. Would I spend $30 on them? Freaking no. This liquid lipstick, which I'm hoping to God that I really like, goes for $20. That's about right. And this liquid eyeshadow goes for $21. No. I'm telling you right now, because like, well, now this is dried here and it looks all right, but like this was 2 layers of it, and looking at it on my skin, I almost feel like if you really want it to be super pow gold, you need another layer of it. Stila has stuff like this that, from what I can tell, works better than what I just swatched this with. If you're gonna spend that kind of money, just go for Stila. I'm going to continue to let this dry. I probably need another 10 minutes or so, so I'm gonna turn off the camera here and I'll be right back. And somebody woke up. This is why I like to do things in the morning, because usually you sleep in really long, huh? Yeah. Not today. Yeah. You're awake, huh? Yeah. So this mask on my face, I think is pretty ready to come off. So let's just get going here. Ow. You want this? No. You're silly. Ow! That's hilarious. Well, what I will say is that came off pretty easily. Easier than most peel-off masks I've used. It still hurt, and I just never really understand like how that doesn't damage your skin, you know? Peeling it off like that. The licorice. Licorice for breakfast. A+ parenting. She'll get real breakfast after this. Calm down. My skin's really soft now, so there's that. I'm gonna go ahead and put a base on. Don't at me and tell me this color is too light for me. This Infallible Matte oxidizes so bad. The next shade up looks perfect on my skin tone when I first put it on, and it oxidizes super orange. So I go with the lightest one and it oxidizes quite nice, but at first it looks really white. I get it, okay?
Mama, what do you do this?
Putting foundation on.
Yeah. It looks like orange, Mama.
It looks orange?
Yeah.
Well, that's not good. This is the lightest shade they have, Sparrow. It matches my neck pretty damn well.
I love you, Mama.
Oh, I love you too, baby. I'm having one of those days where I just can't get my eyebrows straight. I can't get them right. I can't get them even. It's fine. Now that my base is all taken care of, let's jump into the Cover FX face palette here. Now I did, while everything was drying on my face, I did watch a video of people using this just to kind of get an idea of how they use the finishing powder and the brightener. They literally did the finishing powder like last. But okay, let's go into the contour shade. Wow, it's very buttery and there's kind of a lot of kickback. This contour shade is very, very subtle, which is crazy to me because when I dip my brush in, like the kickback is insane. Like, and that would tell me like, oh, it's so pigmented. But you know what? I'm not getting that at all. I don't usually contour my nose, but since we're here and trying out a contour color, might as well. Now, I contoured a lot of things that I don't usually contour just for the sake of review because I have like an insanely white skin tone. I feel like this contour shade is okay for me, but this is supposed to be a light to medium skin tone palette, and anyone with a medium skin tone, like this is not gonna show up on them. Let's jump into this blush, and then I'm going to use this blush brush. This also has a lot of kickback, but okay. I feel like I really, really like this brush for blush. It works really great. It's super soft. That being said, I have a lot of blush brushes, so let's jump into what is always my favorite part. Highlight, honey. I want to use this one, even though like I was saying, I think it's going to be too dark for my skin tone. I hate this brush. Hate it. I told you I would hate it. I hate it. This brush is perfect because I feel like the bristles aren't too long. It's stiff enough to be a little bit precise, small enough to be precise, but like you can also blend really well with it because the bristles are also soft. Anyway, I'm gonna try with this. This highlight is not as sickening as I wanted it to be. I mean, I feel like it swatched a lot better than it's showing up on my skin. It's not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's pretty, and at some angles, it definitely, if I go like this, you can totally see where I put it, like, cause it's just not my skin tone, it's too dark. I'm gonna use the brightener over my nose here because I just feel like I'd rather it look like, see, that's actually not bad. But I'd rather not be able to see that streak down the bridge of my nose. Now that's pretty. I could get down with that. I wish they would have given me a full pan of this. Now here's what I don't get about face palettes. There's literally not one person who can benefit from everything in this palette, so why would you spend $50, almost $50, on a palette that you can't use everything? Oh, I was gonna put this finishing powder on over, okay, well, let's just do that, whatever. I was gonna do it before I put my highlight on, but I don't see a difference after using that finishing powder. I keep picking at my face because I still keep finding pieces of that mask. We're gonna jump into this guy here, but first let me throw on like a little bit of a, I don't know, smoky eye or something. Okay, so now that we have that going on, I'm gonna just throw on some of this. This is like the yellowest gold I've ever seen. It kind of takes a long time to dry, and then it dries kind of patchy. I'm actually gonna go ahead and put another freaking layer on. I'm gonna try to leave my eyelids like this so they don't crease, and then it dries. This is just not really a realistic thing to do. I shouldn't have to fan dry my eyeshadow. This eyeball's super crusty today. I don't know. I can't explain to you why. Okay, so 3 coats of this. Looks all right. It's pretty pigmented when you build it up, but it's annoying that I have to build it up. For 20 whatever dollars, like I feel like this should most definitely be a lot more like pigmented, I guess, than it is. One of my eyes looks droopier than the other and I can't figure it out. I think I actually just am getting a lazy eye. See, look at all the time I spent drying it and it ended up creasing anyway. Ugh. I don't want to say I hate this, but yeah, like, ugh. I tried to like precisely keep it drying and stuff and it already like creased up. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, I literally think I'm getting a lazy eye. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you know that this eyeball just like doesn't work. I think I'm getting a lazy eye. It's fine because I can't see anything out the side. Like I can't even see my phone screen right now. I know it's over here. Anyway, don't at me. I have a lazy eye. I'm gonna be really attractive when I'm older. All right. Now, as far as highlighting like my inner corners and stuff, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try this other highlight and just see what happens. I don't like it. Okay, plan 2. I'm gonna use the brightener. It's all right. Yeah, this doesn't look good. And this has a lot of kickback too. I feel like everything in this palette has a lot of kickback except for this brightener. Let me put some mascara on real fast. Last thing we have to try is this liquid lipstick by Ofra. I'm not really sure what to expect here, so this should be fun. First and foremost, the color is great. When I swatched it, I wasn't quite sure, but it is a really pretty metallic pink color. The only thing is metallic still in? I feel like I don't see people wearing metallic lipsticks the way that people were when they like first came out, when they were first popular. Maybe they are and I just don't notice it, but I feel like these aren't terribly popular anymore. That being said, I like it. It's a pretty lipstick. I don't think I've ever tried an Ofra lipstick that I didn't like. I really like the formulas of their lipsticks because they're not super drying. So it was a long one today, guys, but that is everything in my BoxyCharm. I will say my subscription boxes this month have been really exciting. I feel like they gave me a lot of new stuff to try. That being said, I think the real downer in this one, I mean, besides getting a peel-off mask that is a good peel-off mask for a peel-off mask, but I still don't like it because I don't like peel-off masks, is this face palette. I had high hopes for it, I guess, but I just don't see how one person can get use out of all of these. Like, I can get use out of the contour. Anyone, which is like 99% of the population who has a darker skin tone than me, couldn't. Like, you wouldn't see this. It wouldn't show up. The blush is actually very pretty. I think a lot of people could get use out of it. But then you go into these highlighting shades and they're both too dark for my skin tone. So then I have to use the brightener, which is a smaller pan than the rest of it. And then there's this finishing powder. I'm like, what is that even for? I don't know, like, I don't get it. Like, it really doesn't do anything. I mean, maybe if you were somehow blessed, like, I feel like to get either of these highlighters to really work well on you, you have to have like a deeper skin tone than me, but like not too dark that like the contour won't show up on you, you know? I don't get this. I don't understand. I feel like if you're going to make a face palette, you need to make more than 2 variations. You can't just make a light and medium and then a dark, because light and medium, like, there's a big variation there. There's a lot of highlight colors that I cannot use as a super light skinned person. There's a lot of contours that like darker skinned people can't use. This lipstick's good. This stuff, I'm kind of underwhelmed with it because I don't like how long it takes to freaking dry. The brush set, this one is a good brush. This one I will never fucking use. I don't like this brush at all. So that was everything. All together, I'm happy with it as far as the value goes. Like, obviously, you know, you pay $20 for all the stuff in there, and I feel like that's a good deal. Regardless of whether or not I'll use some of the stuff in here, it's still a good deal. Most of this I wouldn't buy on its own, given the price tags though. But since it all comes in one $20 box, like, I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm almost done. Why? Okay, I'll make you breakfast. Well, I'm being summoned to the breakfast land by my toddler. So I did want to mention again, if you're local, my band is playing a show at the Rebel Lounge this Thursday night. We're opening for Against the Current and Chapel. So if you're local, it would be really super awesome if you came out. I know sometimes when I talk about this on my channel, I've seen a few of you guys come out, and it's really amazing to see you guys, and that makes me so happy. But yeah, if you're not doing anything Thursday night, the Rebel Lounge is the place to be. We've opened for Chapel before, and they put on a really fun show. And I've never seen Against the Current live, but they have a massive following. They're doing their North America tour right now, so I can't imagine it won't be a good time. And then I guess my band's pretty cool too. I don't know. We are the openers, so we'll be on around like 7 o'clock. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, if you're local, come out for it. And I do have pre-sale tickets, so they're a little bit cheaper than buying them at the door. So if you're interested in coming, here's my Instagram here. Send me a DM and we can get all that sorted out. And I'll hold will call tickets for you. Let me know, or just show up. I don't know. I want to see you guys. I always love seeing you guys. That all being said, I think that's about it here. I will see you guys in a few days, probably with a Sims video. All right, bye.